Of course, Republicans had a very, very different response. And let's start with Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Does he worry at all about inciting violence against Muslims in general or Ilhan Omar in specific?
Certainly nothing could be further from the truth. The president's not trying to incite violence against anybody. He's actually speaking out against it. The question is, why isn't the congresswoman, why is she brushing this off dismissively? She continues to make anti-Semitic comments over and over again, and Democrats refuse to call her out for it. If she continues to do it, the president will continue to call her out. That was one of the most horrific moments in American history, and for her to talk about it in such a dismissive way is frankly disgusting and abhorrent. I'm glad the president is calling her out.
Okay, yeah. Trump is directing and inciting violence toward a sitting member of Congress, and somehow the target of that violence is the disgusting one. By the way, Representative Dan Crenshaw also had a similar point. Well, if Rashida Tlaib would just denounce herself and apologize for those statements. No, but first of all, why would you denounce yourself if you did not intend to offend anyone, if you did not intend to minimize anything? I mean, they just want everyone to concede to their talking points and to their framing. But if she didn't feel that she did anything wrong, why would she do that? And besides which, what if she did apologize just to shut everyone up? You think it's gonna shut everyone up? We know how that works, especially with this disgusting Republican Party.
Yeah.
But anyway, go jump in.
It's so frustrating even. Like, I guess she technically works in the White House. She technically is a representative for the president, and so they have her on shows. What is the point? You've never, ever heard her be honest.
Right,
Yeah.
it's a great point.
I could script every answer she's ever given about Donald Trump. Like, it's this weird, I don't know, it seems like something out of a TV show, something fictional, that we have this position where their job is to lie constantly. And everybody knows it. The people who support her lies know it. The people who oppose her lies know it. But they still trot her out every single day because that's what she's getting paid for, to lie for the president. And it takes up valuable time. Like, he interviewed her. Like, here, could you lie about his position on taxes? Okay, we're running out of time. Could you lie about what he said about Ilhan Omar? We gotta fit in more lies before we move on to something else. Chris Wallace is smart enough to know that he's not gonna get anything honest out of her. He's not gonna get any independent thought out of her. She's no longer a sentient being in the first place.
It is true also.
It's just really frustrating. It's like,
I know, I feel you.
Donald Trump has no interest in the truth. He lies constantly. We've seen that in the ever increasing number of fact checks against him. But he could accidentally tell the truth.
Yeah.
She's been trained, bred to this position to lie.
That's right.
She has less interest in the truth than Donald Trump right now.
That's absolutely
It's very frustrating.
correct.
No, she's
So-
sent out there to dig in for the president, of course, and that's what she's doing.
One final thing I want to quickly mention is, look, using 9/11 as a political tool to smear the other side, or using 9/11 as a political tool to increase your popularity or your name recognition, is now an age-old trick by politicians, but specifically of the Republican Party. We've seen it happen with Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani used 9/11 over and over and over again to garner support. That was a tragedy in America's history, and the fact that it's still being utilized as a political tool or a weapon is so incredibly disrespectful to the victims and their family members.
On the go? Don't worry, we got you covered. You can still listen to TYT at our new podcast network. Find us on Apple Podcasts, the Google Play Store, or at tyt.com/podcast.